Hello, folks, and welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. Well, nothing to tell today. Crypto Twitter is flipping to bullish, or all there. These moon boys were so quiet since month and now coming out from the caves indicating moon next, the next bull run, that's the preparation. Well, I don't know. It's sometimes it's better just don't to spend or to waste any minute on Twitter and just to check the data. That's the truth. Everything else is just opinions of many experts out of there. In my opinion, the whole economy is not looking good. All data, all reports I'm getting doesn't look great. It's, I mean, the White House mentioning once again, we will do everything to bring the prices down again. Nobody is talking about inflation anymore. Wall Street indicating or expecting that inflation is under control. People could be the next step. Some decisions are not detectable on any chart, on any. It's impossible. We know the big guys have certain influence also to politicians and even, I mean, the crypto industry. We know they have their own lobby, and we know certain senators are very extremely pro crypto, and that's something. If they want to make a people, even if they know that the economy looks like crash and trash, and they know it's going to accelerate everything, they will do it just because they need an exit, and an exit just only works when retailers are going to buy. It's and I see this system will never stop because it's not only these big guys, the banks, the institutionals, the central banks, the politicians. It starts very on a extremely low level. That's a guy like you, like me, who is spending a lot of time on Twitter, spreading opinions like facts, and telling everyone, you know, you are dumb because you didn't buy the dip and moon next bull run. You missed that. I really hope that karma exists and all these guys will get what they deserve. That's not only a slap, to be honest, because it's really crazy. It's so far away from reality. We can go up, of course we can go up, but they are talking about bull run, all-time high, you know, telling you are dumb because you didn't buy the dip. They did tell you in 2021 exactly the same. They told you that was the last dip at 30K. No, we did 18. And they will tell you exactly the same in few weeks or maybe in 2 months. I don't know. We need to check the data first. But yeah, everything is a process. And something, even I'm always repeating exactly the same. Patience is key. I'm not free of it just to miss this patience. I'm not free of it. And that's why I always say just trade my data, don't trade my opinion. Because even I know something is going to happen, I don't know if it's going to happen tomorrow or maybe 1 week. Because everything depends. If they want to go and make 1 week, 2 week sideways run, they will do that. They will not ask me. So, you know, make always your own conclusions and don't trade the opinion of others. I really try to support you and to help you. So let us go forward. Weights ratio 30 days moving average. Lift it up like, it's exactly the same. Sometimes I think that's like a usual Bitcoin chart. Oh, that's the support. We will go. It's not working in that way, but it's indicating they sent more bitcoins to whales, sent more bitcoins to spot exchanges, but not that big anymore. Otherwise, you know, it should be here to make a bigger step up. We need to see if that's just it's retracing and we will go up more down, for example. However, I mean, for me, if that's not going up anymore, it's they are done. The preparation is done. Now they need just to execute. And the question is when they are going to execute, because that's something I can tell you that's going to happen in 1 week, in 5 days, maybe 8 days, 9 days. It's not going to take 1 year, also not 2 months, also not, you know, but it's really difficult to measure when the impact is going to happen. And that's where TA could be useful. That's where option trading can be useful because we know option trading allows different kind of strategies, also multi-leg. So it's I mean, if option trading would be the key to predict time and levels, I wouldn't spend 1 hour to show you many other different aspects of the market. And that's the big challenge. So, um, yeah, we need to see what's going to happen next. But for me, at the moment, looks like they are done. They did everything, and now it's just time to wait and execute. The question is when. I have mentioned on Twitter, VIX should go up, indicating volatility should rise, indicating markets are becoming more nervous again. Maybe fear will come back. The question is why. I can't tell you that. And SPX will dump. I don't know. I mean, we need to see what's going to happen next. However, let us go forward and check what's happening to the weights ratio 1 hour time frame. Doing exactly the same, even if it's lifting up, but you see, they let the price go up. It's absolutely under control. They know what they are doing is, in my opinion, distributing. That's actually something very common on whales. Let the price go up and distribute. And that's what they are doing. They are distributing. They are pushing up. Many are jumping in. They start to distribute. That's what the whales ratio is showing us. The stablecoin supply, surprising me, is lifting up. But I can, for example, right now, if I start. No, I can show you that. Okay, we need to check the market cap. It's not that big. It's not, we are doing, we did almost, let me check, 400 million in a little bit less than 2 weeks. So it's not that bad, indicating some people are minting or whales are minting stablecoins back to bring fresh money to the markets. But at the same time, we can see that the stablecoin reserves and exchanges is declining. We don't know if they are going to buy Bitcoin with these stablecoins. I can imagine they will. At least maybe 30% of that stablecoin supply, the new one, will go to Bitcoin. The rest should go to stable to alts, for example, or they maintain just the stable coins for the next dip. It's also possible. It's not indicating they are sending to centralized exchanges, otherwise they should rise instead of decline. At the same time, we are noticing since weeks, since months, a lot of stablecoin withdrawals from centralized exchanges, mostly from Binance. What's going to happen with all these stablecoins? Why maintain stablecoins even if you know that the ECC wants to regulate stablecoins? It's a very unsure future what stablecoins have. So, mm, makes that sense? I don't think so. I think it will appear in one day. I don't know when it's going to happen, a bunch of billions to Tether and say, so, pay out now. And Tether will say, oh, I can't. But no problem, because that's part of their terms. That's something I have tweeted. If you check that, I think I retweeted, I'm not sure. One account just spent a lot of time to check their terms. Their terms doesn't give you the guarantee to pay you out. They can even pay you out with commercial papers or bonds or gold or whatever. So it's going to be very interesting in my opinion. And well, I'm still convinced it doesn't look great. Just the price action was looking good just because they pushed and pushed and pushed very aggressive. And usually when they do that, that should have another effect. It's generating FOMO. Retailers. Just trigger retailers. Weights ratio 30 hours moving average. That's what it's doing. It maintains very close to the 90. Sometimes it's declining to 88%, but it maintains very high. Still too high. Just still too high. So let us go forward and check the flow activity. So what we see here is, and that's new, 133 million in stablecoins, indicating they are taking profits, so they are selling, and no big fresh money coming in. Not yet. I think it's going to happen next, just to absorb and maybe to go up. If they are missing it, we will go down even more. That's usually what they do, right? You remember I have mentioned sometimes it correlates, like here 320 millions in, 265 out, and so on and so forth, or like here 154 in, out, sorry, 153 in, and so on and so forth. That's what they are doing. They are reacting. They are just reacting. Even the volume delta, if you are, for example, as I have showed you just, I don't know, 2, 3 days, we can go back. If we check, we can see here the volume, and that's on Trading Light. It's really crazy how they do that. I love that. If you check the deltas, that's extremely low. I mean, okay, that's Coinbase. Coinbase is poor Coinbase. If you check here, we have buys, sells, the total sum, and we have then delta. Delta indicating if we have a positive delta, we have more purchases than solds. If it's negative, we have more sells than buys. It's extremely easy to understand. If we check that, we can see here, for example, even we went up, but on Binance, negative delta. Here, 65 bitcoins positive delta. Here, positive delta of 8 bitcoins. If we check here, a positive delta of 350 bitcoins. If we check here, a delta of 80 bitcoins. A delta negative of 500 bitcoins. A positive of 200, and so on and so forth. It's absolutely, I mean, we are lifting up. If we check here, I mean, sometimes we had bigger, but 130 delta, 800 delta, sometimes just really, I mean, 20 minus 266 delta, and so on and so forth. So that's nothing. That's just peanuts, indicating we are almost all time selling as much as we are buying. Sometimes with a little gap of 200, 300, only if they push very hard, like in that candle where they did 800 bitcoins, but that's it. In my opinion, that's not how it should look like. But whatever. Let us take a look here. Let us see what's happening. If we can check inflows, Bitcoin, really nothing. It's like, as mentioned, they are done. They are absolutely done. It's declining again, coming down after we had a little bit more bitcoins, but that's it. That's it. Look there. And usually when that happens, I mean, we can have again such a long phase, but something I can't imagine. And the last two times we had the peak, then it declined. We had the peak, it declined. Usually next, if they are following the pattern, we should have a peak again. So to the upside, I don't think so. We are going up and it's not really rising. So in my opinion, we will go down again. But it takes time. It takes really time. And that's why I said I'm not going to trade that. I'm waiting. Just waiting for the best time just to short, for example. I can't long such a market. They wrecked me a big one. I don't know if you remember, just 2 months ago, 24,000 US dollars long. I'm not going to long that market because the trend is down. It's not up. So I prefer to miss just, you know, too long that and wait and chill a little bit. Just, enjoy your day, make we don't need, I'm not a professional trader. I have a full-time job. For me, that's a hobby. So sometimes that's better. So that almost, taking profit, selling, they are just pushing more down right now. We will see how far they want to go. If we will go again, something like 22,300 and then bounce up, possible, we need to see. Well, let us go forward and check what's happening to future markets. So here it looks a little bit different. I'm not sure if that's so big. Well, yeah, well, 366 million. It's nice. At the same time, look what the funding rate did. Jesus. It nuked almost. I don't know if I guess, it correlates to that big stablecoin inflow. So it could indicate they are right now shorting a lot. With 366 millions, that would be not bad, not bad. However, we can see they are taking profit. They are, at the moment, it seems, they are taking bitcoins from derivative exchanges. I have mentioned and tweeted about that. Usually, when the Bitcoin reserves on derivative exchanges are rising, indicating they are hedging. Okay, so it seems maybe it was the top and we will go down. We need to see. At the moment, it could be it. But I know today is Friday. I know we have a weekend, and I'm also not trading weekends anymore. So it could be a big pain for me if we dump very hard, but it's so weekends. It's just, wow. It's just scam pumps or scam dumps. So everything is possible here. Um, yeah, if we check the open interest, maintains relatively high, and leverage ratio maintains relatively low, at least to the average if we check just what we had in the past weeks, making new all-time high and so on. So let us go forward and check what's happening here. I need to refresh. Okay, so we still have a little bit more shorts than longs. That's what we can see, but as mentioned, they triggered for more again. So people are getting back to longs because it's a bull run. They missed to buy the dip, and of course, they want to be and become billionaires with this trade. So it's obvious that longs are going more up. In my opinion, if they make a bull trap, more shorts will decline. And, maybe we are not done just because of that, because usually they like to make the opposite. If retailers are going long, perfect to reg. But at the same time, I was noticing that they are scalping longs and shorts all the time. All the time. They push up very hard and then they let retrace and start to distribute again afterwards. So everybody that, you know, gets triggered about or because of this hard push, they wreck them closely afterwards. That's why I don't want to trade this market. At the moment, it just looked like you can make money if you take profit very quick. Otherwise, you can shift very quick to negative and you need even more patience afterwards. So I don't like that. However, still on Ethereum, just because of the front run and so on and so forth. Of course, still more shorts than longs. However, we need to see what's going to happen next. I can imagine that even the weekend could be a combination of pump and dump or pump, or really, I mean, next week is going to be very exciting. So, however, we have time and we need patience. That's the key word, patience. Julieta told me that just that's a follower for many of you. And she said, and she is absolutely right, patience doesn't mean you're wrong. Just have patience. And sometimes, yeah, even I'm repeating that many times in a day, but sometimes see, I don't have enough patience, and sometimes you need to miss some trades and wait. That's the only thing. So let me check for next week the economic calendar. We will have Tuesday, CB consumer confidence. Wow, new home sales. Wednesday, core durable goods orders, something that could be very interesting. Pending home sales, okay. Crude oil, FOMC statement. If Wall Street is going to convince Fed to make a pivot, you can imagine what's going to happen next. Well, we need to see. But with today's announcement, or at least, when the White House is saying, whoa, we will do everything to bring the prices down, means they have very recent data indicating the inflation is still rising. If that's the case, no people. Absolutely not. And in my opinion, I can't imagine how they want to stop that. I really don't know that. However, Thursday, GDP Q2. It's going to be very interesting. Initial jobless claims. Last time it was bearish, but it didn't have a big effect. So we need to see. Friday, very interesting. Euro CPI for July and core PCE price index in the US. So we have next week full calendar with different events that can have huge impact to the price action. So volatility, I'm expecting a rising VIX that would match with that. I'm expecting a very hard dump on SPX would also fit to it. But we will see. Let us go to the Kingfisher and check what's happening here. It takes a little bit as usual. So at the same time, I'm going to check a little bit what's happening to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is dumping, of course, at the moment. I don't know why. I guess I know why, but so nothing have changed. Absolutely nothing have changed. So we still have these shorts here. Now a huge gap here. And of course, longs still there. Reduced a little bit, at least here and that part they reduced, but we still have here the biggest impact. I don't know what's the correct wording now for the liquidation map because I'm still missing. I'm still don't know the formula and how they measure the impact to the market. However, um, let us check FTX because it would surprise me, or at least I'm very interesting to see if the impact volume maintains that high. You remember the last time was 320 million. We will see. As usual, it takes a little bit. White House spokesman, what? Oh, they want to send more arms to Ukraine. 580 Phoenix Ghosts. Oh, nice. Okay, why not? So, if we check FTX, looking almost the same. The only thing, we don't have 320 millions here anymore, 250. But that's fine. Nothing have changed. The structure looks exactly the same. Yeah. So that's the problem. I don't know how they calculate that, how they measure that. However, that's indicating we have. If they want to liquidate, it just makes sense in that way. It doesn't make sense in that way. That only makes sense if you want FOMO. That makes sense if you want money. So we will see. However, that's for future trading. Let us take a look to the options. So we have at 25,000 now the biggest gamma wall, the biggest one. We don't have any other one. Put in gamma and call are the biggest one. Let us check here. The gags maintain 66,000, indicating it gave us enough space to go down again. More to the downside than to the upside. Let us check here what's happening here. Long call butterfly, 2.6 million. Wow. We're diagonal spreads with calls 1.8 million, long put ladder 1.7 million, custom strategy 1.7 million, bull call spread 1.4 million. Calls, 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 calls. And that's also something we need to have in mind. Option traders are humans, are not bots. So usually if the price action is positive, we will find more calls, of course. When we were bearish in price action, we received more puts. But that's not the key. In my opinion, the key in options is to detect the trade. Not the trades, the trade. One trade, big volume in premium, short term. So short term expiry that would be extremely useful, and not 500 different trades, splitting the premium and 30 trades, just one trade. We had that. We had that in the past several times. It doesn't happen very frequently, and that's the problem. But we had that. So, yeah, would be nice. We need to see if we can find such one. That could be then accurate because that's the main problem with options and with everything, also with futures. That's really huge what they are moving at the moment. So let us take a look. Let me make a break to prepare everything and let's do it. Well, custom strategy, we can check custom strategy. That's a big one. Wow. Okay, December. I don't care. That's the problem. Let us just we don't care anything what's far away. Okay, because December everything can change a lot. Then he will overroll or whatever, and we don't know if that's a multi-leg strategy or whatever. So let us take a look. We have this one that's interesting, and this one. We have here 22 to 27 call, and the same here. Well, he spent not that much, but it's enough. So he is expecting to see until end of this month a price between of 22 to 27k. That's at least what I'm interpreting here. That looks like a little bit he is making a bet for volatility. That's my opinion. He sold his call 27, he bought his call 22. That's it. So let us check the bull call spread as the next one. As you know, the bull call spread, as the name also is mentioning you, is a bull. So it's bullish. Not that bullish, not indicating moon next, but it's bullish. Indicating he's expecting a gradual price rise in Bitcoin. And that's it. So let me see what we can see here. That's 22, no, 23. So the maximum profit is realized if the Bitcoin price is at or above the strike price of the short call expiration. We had such kind yesterday, 20k, 21k. Is that bullish? Hmm. Not indicating the market is going to crash, but that's fine. And that's big. So we can go down to 21 to 20,500. He would make a nice deal. So it seems he is expecting to maintain a price above of that. That's it. That's absolutely it. No big magic here. Of course, we don't know if he is making another much more bullish trade. That's possible. We don't know who is trading here. We don't know who is behind, right? So that's a thing we should have in mind. So the next one should be the long put ladder. So the long put ladder option strategy, you trade that if you think that the market or the price is going to dip slightly and will be less volatile. So what we know, step by step going down, distribution. That's what he is expecting, mainly. 23 to okay 19, but that's December. I mean that's the big problem. I mean that's big. That's really big in volume, but however, I mean he's just not that bullish, um, in my opinion. Let us go forward. Long call. Wow, that's bad. But again, December. Jesus. Okay, we can stop here because it doesn't make sense. Everything December, September, whatever. That's really crap. The long butterfly, or the long call butterfly, as they like to call. To profit from it, we need a neutral Bitcoin price action near the strike price of the short call. So that's the center strike, so you remember. So that would be 45K until end of the year. Yes, of course. It's big. It's absolutely big. But until December, he can do, I don't know. Everything can change. Absolutely everything. And every event will let him change the strategy. So I don't care. I really don't care. It's really sad because 2.6 million, that's really huge. But it's for December. Give me at least mid of August. But no. Well, next one. Let us check. Beer diagonal. That's calls. Yeah. Oh God. So also here, what's the definition? If the trader believes that the Bitcoin price will fall by a limited amount between the trade date and the expiration date, then a beer call spread could be an ideal play. And that's what he is thinking. Between, well, at least here we can see, and that's really short term, between 22 and 22 500. So also not really indicating, and that's from 19 hours ago. He is indicating we go down. I mean, he didn't spend that much, but he's expecting we will go down, but not that big. So is that bearish? Yeah. Is that bullish? No. Oh well. Is it bearish? 50-50. Is it bullish? 50-50. That's it. Because it's just indicating sideway run, sideway run, sideway run. While we have this sideway run, we can scalp long, shorts all the time. I don't know why whales should have a big interest to liquidate people. I really don't know. I never heard that. I mean, I know they like to liquidate them if they want to push up very hard or to push down very hard. But in a sideway run, why? Doesn't make sense. The only ones that could have a big interest in that, in my opinion, maybe exchanges, because the money goes directly to the funding rate, funding insurance fund. Sorry, insurance fund. I don't know. To be honest, I really don't know. I don't care about this one. I mean, 2023, come on, yes. That's it. We don't have anything here related to options, unfortunately. We can check maybe um, what would be the max pain for this month. 23 here, 23 500 here, and 23 500 here. So everything 23 500. That's very interesting. So the biggest here, yeah, calls. Okay, we know that. I don't care. Volume by strike, 24. They spending a lot of calls. Some puts, but nothing. We can say they are selling calls. They are selling calls. They are selling calls. Here much more than they purchased, but could be part of a strategy. So also not really helpful. Let us check something else. Well, I would say that's almost average, not indicating maybe here going a little bit more up at the moment. But that's it. That's absolutely it. Let us go forward. So what we see is that while the price is going more up, FTX is distributing. That's what they are showing. Aggregated spot was lifting up. Right now it's also here indicating it's going down. Bitcoin collateral futures down all the time, and collateral with stable coins, of course, up, and right now also taking a hit and indicating why we are going down. In my opinion, that's not bullish. I mean, if they can maintain a certain price level and they can distribute all what they purchased just in lower levels, of course, they can push up even more. That's something we should also have in mind. So that was FTX. Coinbase, hmm, also interesting, selling instead of buying more. Binance at the moment, yeah, right now also selling. Bitfinex, the only ones still buying, at least more buying than selling. And that's, as you see, once again, funding rate lifted up on Binance, then declined, then lifted up again, and now it's declining again. So yeah, while the open interest is, as you can see right now, rising very much, well, very much, but if we check here, you can see that one candle indicating they are shorting, it seems, shorting, shorting, shorting. Interesting is what the market maker entities are doing. It didn't surprise me anymore, but so no big, as you can see, almost no activity here related to them. But if we check, wow, they declined even more, 4,950,000 Bitcoin. Still, no accumulation. While we are going up, no accumulation by them. You remember last year? Nope, they are not doing it. For me, that's not bullish. These guys, no accumulation. That's not accumulation. That's for me quick accumulation yet. These guys were accumulating. Right now, maintaining. Retailers, yeah, stable, stable. And these guys, well, as mentioned, that was just, I don't know if that was the Gimini wallets. They just shifted their money from one wallet to another, like CryptoQuant CEO mentioned, possible. That's it. Okay, I'm fine with that. So also here we are done. So let us check what's happening here. Well, first of all, as mentioned also yesterday, Coinbase don't want yet, at least, don't want to let the price go up. They are limiting here, as you can see, between 24,500 and 25. That's what's happening. At the same time, and that's really usual that they are just limiting here because they know, and that's part of the game, they let the price go down, rebound, and then more down. Usually, we need to see if we are going really to 21 or if that's it. We really need to check. That's something we need to see if we can find more, you know. I mean, look that. They are blocking here a lot of liquidity and nobody knows why. Well, I know why, and you should know why, but it takes time. As usual, it takes just time. So let me check the next one. What will happen to Binance? No, Deribit. Let us check Deribit. Deribit doing exactly the same, but a 24 and here. So, I mean, 22K could be it. So we go down to 22K and that's it. That's possible. Let us go further. That's Bitstamp. Also here you see Also here 24, 500 and 22. It looks like they really want to trade that. Just, we arrived here, now distribute a little bit, and that's so crap. I don't like such um, I don't like that, so I'm not going to spend my time with that. Binance Spot. At the moment, limiting here, not big volume. I mean, 100 here, 300, 400 bitcoins are absolutely not big. The next big one will be 28K. And also here, waiting at 22K. And here. So we have a lot of different, as you see, a lot of different walls. Bitfinex. Bitfinex here waiting at 26 and 33, and I don't know why. Okay, I mean, I don't know what these guys are doing. Yeah, that's it. Nothing special. You can see what they are doing. Just to, you know, just to stop it. We'll maintain a little bit here, then everything is gone. That's so. I don't like them. FTX perp at 24.8 and a lot also waiting here and also here, so we need to see. Wow, that's really a lot at 22. Or maybe that's it, 22, and that's it. That was the whole party. 24/7, 25, and here again 22. A lot of 22, 22, 22. That's Kraken spot as well. BitMEX 25 and 20,021. Also big here 20. That's it. Bitfinex derivatives waiting there at 22.7 and at 26. That's it. Kraken futures nothing. FTX spot nothing. A little bit at 24.8 and at 22.5. So it seems that they just want to distribute to lift up afterwards again. And that's how it looks like. And we need to track all these walls because I guess that could be very interesting for the weekend. Bitfinex derivatives. No, we did that already, but Binance. Oh, Jesus. Binance derivatives. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. 24/8. Oh. But here nothing anymore. So under control everything. 22. I would say that that would be my opinion right now. I would say we can go even more down, hitting 22.5, 22, and then go up again, hitting 24. It seems that's what they want to distribute and push up a little bit. I mean, sideway run, if you are the market maker or the market driver, that's extremely useful because you push up for more. In the last quarter, a lot of retailers jump in because it's it, bull run, it's it. They jump in, then you start to distribute, You can sell. It's quick money. It's just pure profit, 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 profit. Why not? Why not? Okay, then let us go forward to the personal conclusion. Well, let us see. SPY did 400. I was expecting 400 2 weeks ago, but okay, we did now 400, and it's declining now. In my opinion, it will decline more. It will retrace a little bit here, of course, because that's a support, but I'm not sure. Well, I'm sure it will not hold, but I'm not sure if it's going to break today or maybe next week. That's the big problem that I have at the moment. So SPX at the same. It will hold here, but in my opinion, it will go down even more. DXY, it should go up again, hitting. I'm expecting, well, maybe really just next week, but I would expect to go up much more. At least retest 108, 109, and Bitcoin should follow. That means it should go down. It should go down and retest, but it seems, I mean, if we go this weekend and make 26, for example, yes, we will go down, but then our local bottom will be maybe 23. And that's why, weekends are almost always the same. So, yeah, just we need to be very careful. Oh, in my opinion, we need to see what's going to happen. This weekend, it's always light gambling. It's really hard to say now just because of option trading. We have seen for end of July indicating they are expecting to go down, but not that much. So between 20 and 21. So we can go down even more, of course. If we go here, we can go even here, for example, in that area of that park 22, or we can go to 21 300, for example, also possible. And then we need to see. You see this green trending line, that's a big one. And I mean, every time we did here very clean retest. We failed to break to the downside and went up. That was the moment where I said, "Oh Jesus!" And then we failed here. That's where I think it's the market has to be manipulated. Otherwise, that's not going to work. How can you retest that area? Just don't let it break to the downside and then push hard like they did to fail here. Well, it's a deviation. We went down again very hard. We did a very clean retest here. We failed to go up. And we did exactly the same like here. Exactly the same. We failed here. Indicating, oh, longs. Yeah, liquidated here. Oh, shorts. Yeah, liquidated here. It's absolutely only about liquidations here. In my opinion, that's pure scalping here. That's nothing else. It's just scalping. We did a retest here, we failed, we went down, then we went up again, and now we maintained here. So in my opinion, I don't know if we will go down even more, then we will retest and we will see if it makes again such kind of move, and then we go up, or it goes down, we retest that here and we go down even more. It's not predictable what the market could be here and that area, in my opinion. It looks like we will keep maintaining a very tight trading. What they are doing at the moment is just we went up, we will maintain that area for a while, and then we will see if we will go up or down. Unfortunately, That's it. I don't feel comfortable telling you that because that's not useful. I know that. The only thing that could be useful is if you want to trade that. If you want to say, okay, well, wait, he said 21, so maybe until here, that's fine. We know we have some bullish option trades as well. Then let me take that here, that trade range, and let me make such kind of, of trades. Long here, short here, long here, short here. I wouldn't long or short with high leverage because, in my opinion, the only thing they want to do is to scalp you, to liquidate you. That's the only thing. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Because I don't know why whales should do that. I don't see any advantage for them. Only for exchanges. Just, for example, to trigger your stop loss all the time. Stop loss, fees, fees. I show you. That's spot market for centralized exchanges. That's that's the activity of spot activity, spot trades. That's not only the counts of wallets, also the counts of transactions related to centralized exchanges. Usually it should go up. Only if it goes up they make money. Look that. Look that. I mean, that's below of September 2019. And look what futures are doing. They are crashing the whole crypto market. I mean, they can do that. They can hold that for few more months maybe. I don't think even Binance, I don't think they have unlimited liquidity, to be honest. So if that maintains, because many with all these liquidations they are doing all the time, people will say, "Do you know what? I go home. I have enough. I don't want that. I'm. That's why I say low leverage. And that's another problem. If I trade low leverage, I need to trade with volume. I don't like to trade in the market conditions right now with high volume. So what can I do? High leverage? Let them liquidate me? No. Big volume, take a risk that maybe in case we almost crash and they say, no, we can't allow you to withdraw your money like we had just in the past few weeks, it's not going to happen. So I really prefer to stay away and to say, okay, then do it, but you're not getting any money from me. Many will say, yeah, well, Inspo, you are not trading with millions. Yeah, you are right. I'm not trading with millions, but it seems I'm not the only one exactly thinking exactly the same. And that could be a boomerang effect for the exchanges. That's it for today. I hope you liked it. I hope it was insightful for you, for your trade. I don't need to repeat it, but I do it. Don't trade my opinion, only trade my data. So you know what's the sentiment of option traders. You know about we received a lot of stablecoins while in derivative exchanges while the funding rate is declining. We almost don't have big Bitcoin inflows to the exchanges while the 30 days moving average and waste ratio is declining, indicating the preparation phase is done. So they don't need to send more. They can send more to trigger it, but they don't need to send more. They can start to push right now. The reserves on exchanges are still the same like I tweeted. I think it was yesterday or the day before. I don't remember now. But however, nothing has changed. So really, trade carefully. Don't be greedy. It doesn't matter. The market has opened 24/7, 365 days per year. Just buy spot if you think it's more bullish, or trade, yeah, I don't know, low volume with high leverage doesn't make sense. So just, yeah, if you want to make the risk, big volume, low leverage. That's the only thing. I'm not selling my spot yet. You remember I have bought QNT, I have bought Atom, I have bought Luxo. QNT did almost 120% or something since then. Atom did almost 100% or 90% or something. And Luxo, well, unfortunately not that much, but it did something like 80%. I will wait a little bit. If I miss 20%, that's fine. I will sell if I see it's a solid bearish price action, or at least a trend. Something I don't see yet. I don't see that yet. So I can imagine they want to push up a little bit more the price to generate more longs, and we still have, even slightly, but we still have more shorts than longs. I can imagine that's one of their goals. And when we have received a lot of longs, nuke. In my opinion, next time it's not going to be a very slightly declining price action. In my opinion, the next time will be an aggressive one. It would explain why I'm expecting a rising VIX and why I'm expecting a declining SPX. So make your own conclusions. We will see what's going to happen, and have patience. We all need to have more patience. Big love. Be careful. Your inspo. See you tomorrow. By the way, Q&A and trade analysis like last week.